Kamaru Usman explains why initial headlines of Jorge Masvidal stepping up on short notice made him uncomfortable, detailing that Masvidal already has a built-in excuse for Saturday if he gets ragdolled by Usman.
Initially, it's like, okay, now I have to mentally get refocused and tap back in and mentally refocus to take on another guy. And I'm sitting there, and I had to make a couple of calls to just kind of my counsel, and made a couple of calls to the people that I really respect their guidance and their counsel, and all systems was a go. I hung up the phone, took a couple of deep breaths, and said, "All right, let's get it." And then then you start seeing all the headlines, you start seeing all the different things, and it's like, they made me a little uncomfortable, but it is what it is. That's been a story of my career. There's already a built-in excuse here. You start seeing all the headlines, and you see all the things they're posting. Everyone's posting. Even ESPN MMA is posting it. Everyone, it's like, Jorge Masvidal steps in on 6 days notice, and and it's all, oh yeah, Masvidal's stepping in, Masvidal's doing this. They're trying to still keep this guy up as if he has one guy that he's been training for the whole entire time, which is me. Well, I just did a full training camp for another guy, and I'm the one risking everything. This is a win-win for him. I'm risking everything. And the story right now, the storyline is, oh, Masvidal stepping in on 7 days notice to take on the champ. And I'm the one risking everything here. I had to say yes as well. But no, it's Masvidal stepping in and doing all this. So if he goes out and after he gets beat up, then it's a built-in excuse. Oh, well, he took the fight on 7 days notice anyways, And so, yeah, that makes me a little uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, it's the story of my career. So I have to go out there and do my job. As my friend says, it's at the end of the day, people are going to remember who won and who lost. So he's no Tank Abbott. This guy has been training. Have you seen the videos? He's bringing in this wrestler, that wrestler, like that's going to help. He's been training the whole time. And, and I haven't been worried about him. I've been worried about another guy. So, I'm just excited that it's finally here and we get it. I mean, fingers crossed, but we still got a couple more hurdles to get through, but fingers crossed, and hopefully July 11th we'll both be stepping in there. I would say Jorge Masvidal. I think right now in the world, he's the biggest, baddest challenge for me to have. Like, I don't dismiss him at all. I know this guy's tough. I know this is going to be if he's smart, he came out prepared for a dogfight. So I don't dismiss him at all. This is going to be the biggest, baddest dude that I've fought till date. And so, yes, of course, I would say being able to overcome this would be the most satisfying.
First fight on Fight Island. Look at this. Look who I got sitting behind me. I got the champ sitting right behind me. Get ready for a snore fest, champ.
Gilbert Burns gives his prediction for Usman versus Masvidal. He also reveals that he'll be rooting for his former teammate Kamaru, due to the fact that the welterweight division will become a circus in the scenario that Jorge Masvidal wins the title.
I think if both have a big training camp, I think the fight will be different. I think Masvidal is very dangerous. But as of right now, the way I see it's Kamaru not getting out of the strategy, go out there, take him down, smash him, make sure he get very tired, beat him up for 2-3 rounds, stay in his face. And I think Masvidal is tough enough to make to a decision, but I think Masvidal only chance will be in the first 2 rounds that he's gonna be fresh, and then he's very dangerous. He hits hard. Not easy to get taken down, but I got Kamaru, and I want Kamaru to win. First of all, because I kind of like the guy. He's not anymore, but he used to be my training partner. So for sure, I got Kamaru. And if Masvidal wins too, the thing's gonna get crazy. We're gonna get circus on that division. He's gonna fight who else? I don't know who wanna fight. I think he's gonna fight Conor or maybe Nate Diaz. I think he's just gonna I don't think the division gonna run correctly. Like with the number 1, number 2 guys fighting for the title, I think he's gonna make a mess. So that's why another thing that I want Kamaru to win too. And I think I'll be next. But if Masvidal wins, I know he's gonna be a mess of that division. It's gonna think it's gonna get crazy. They didn't say nothing yet, but I have a contract signed to fight for the title, so I couldn't make it. I think they do the same. I hope they do the same way they did with Aldo. Aldo was supposed to fight Cejudo. He couldn't fly because of the COVID-19, and then they put Dominic Cruz. Next chance they give back to Aldo. So I hope they do the same thing with me, but I cannot control that. I'm just gonna focus on get better, get healthy again, and I hope I fight for the title next. But I know if Masvidal win, things is gonna get crazy. I might gotta do a couple other fights. I don't mind, but for sure, I'd rather fight for the title next.
There's 2 guys that are on my radar heavy, and Nate is definitely one of them. Because no matter what, it was a good fight, and me or the world didn't get the results that we wanted. I know Nate obviously wants to run it back. I'm telling you, if I'm speaking from the heart, I want to run it back. So when I get this title, would nothing be better than to give him the opportunity he gave me to fight for his BMF belt? Come fight for this belt now. And I'll hand him over the favor. Another dude that we're definitely gonna be scrapping at some point is Thompson. Not because of nothing personal. I got nothing but love and respect for this individual. But I would just love to run it back. I think I could definitely do better than that night that we first met. I think I match up well, man. I would love to run it back with Thompson. So that's definitely something that'll be happening,
There's 3 types of people in combat sport: the fighters, the athletes, and the artists. The fighters are characterized by an unbreakable will and are ready to give up everything to win. The athletes are the most athletic and the fastest learners. They could probably be successful at doing any other sport. The artists are the most creative. They often find different approaches to solve their problems. Every person has a percentage of each type in themselves. However, one type dominates over the others. All types have been championed, but I believe it is imperative to find your type in order to optimize your preparation for best results.
And I never questioned whether or not Jorge Masvidal wanted to fight, right? He wants to fight because he's a fighter. Nobody gets as many fights as he has, fights in the backyard, not be a true fighter. So I knew the moment they could come to terms financially, the fight would happen. And there was a great chance the terms could be met under these circumstances, opposed to having Gilbert Burns looking so good and being such a viable second option. They're genius. They got what they wanted, the money. Right? They got the money, and George got his contract. He's on 6 days' notice in a fight where he's a 3-1 dog. But even if it wasn't 6 days' notice, he'd probably still be about a 3-1 dog. So it's like everything is salvaged. He gets to fight the fight with Usman. If he wins, his legend will go to heights that could never have been imagined. But if he loses, he took the fight on 6 days' notice. What's he supposed to do? Usman's been in camp, ready to fight. They have truly created a no-lose situation for Jorge Masvidal, because now Jorge's the guy that stepped up, right? Jorge stepped up. So now the UFC's got some good favor with him. Jorge got his money. So now Jorge's got his money. Jorge's got his title fight. Now he's got his title fight. But under circumstances where if you win, you become a legend. But if you lose, you actually lose nothing because you took the fight on short notice. But the reality is, this was when the odds makers made the odds, they probably would have instilled him as about a 2.5 to 3 to 1 underdog to begin with. So it's not like much has changed. They're genius. The Kawa family, they're all geniuses. Malky and Abe Kawa are geniuses. Jorge Masvidal is a genius. They're all geniuses.